All right, everybody, how you doing? Today is January 23rd. It is a Monday. Today's issue that we're having is this is what you call a tankless water heater. It gives off a code sometimes on how to drain the water and stuff like that. And the main concept is people assume it's tankless and it doesn't hold water. Well, it does. It has a small element and a filter in here, of course. So we're going to show you how to properly drain it. On this system here, we're actually fortunate because it actually has a drain line already. You got your gas line and stuff like that. Normally what we do is we turn this off. If you don't have this set up, as you can see, this one, there's a drain pan here. This one actually has a drain that runs out to the house, outside the house. If you don't have this on there, don't panic, don't worry about it. They have a connection right here. You can plug a water hose up to it and run down to either your tub or things like that. This would be your hot water, and this is your cold water, of course. This is the new PEX tubing that they're going with now. I recommend it. Very flexible, durable, things like that, and easy to manage. And, of course, you don't got to worry about all these extra connections, 90s and 45s and stuff like that. On this one here, what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn this one off. We'll shut both valves. That way there's no intake. And, of course, we're going to release all the pressure coming from on this one. Fortunately for this one, we already turned the water off, and you'll actually hear it. Pretty much we're just purging the lines, letting the water flow, and things like that. This one, we've actually had the pleasure of working on this one a couple times, so we keep up with the maintenance for her. This is a very good friend of my brother's. She's a realtor, actually, so if you have any questions on housing, things like that, of course, we'll get you some information from her. This system, like I said, is a newer model. Everyone's like, man, it looks weird. It's different. It's new, but it works. Just like your water heater. If you keep up with it, these things will last forever. Once again, everything that was done here was done actually very nice. I give my hat off to the plumber that came in and did this one. There's a shut-off valve before, which is perfect. I probably would have added an extra one in here just in case. But perfect. These here are your spouts. You undo these, connect your water hose to it, drain your lines out, or if there's a leak here, cold water is cold water, you know hot is hot. There's actually a couple of other issues we're going to run into. Like this here, always keep the debris out. Always, as much as you can, just come check, stuff like that. Water's going to drain out. The last thing you want is for stuff to get clogged up in here and things like that. Normally, if it does, we'll shoot an air hose in there and push air just to make sure it's draining and stuff like that. And this one, like I said, we keep up with, so we know everything's good on this one. Of course, you got your vent stack going up, of course, and that's actually good. And of course, here they have a release valve as well. A 110 dedicated circuit just for this. Now, you might ask, how come it's not a GFCI? Well, unfortunately, I can't change this part, but we did put a GFCI breaker in the panel. So it's dedicated just for this and this only, so there's nothing else tied into it. I probably would have raised it a little higher, but I mean, it's still good. It's still GFCI protected, so we are okay there. These things will give off a code. And of course, always save the manuals. We always keep them here, put a nail here, leave it there. People are like, why? You never know. Someone else, in case we don't come back, if someone else does, they can always pop it out, go through the code and say, hey, it's flashing 3 times. Let's figure out what 3 times means. Well, it normally means it's time to clean the filter and things like that. This one we already serviced, so we should be good for about a good couple months and stuff like that. Fortunately, they don't use their water a lot, so it does stay in the lines. So there's other few issues here we're going to go over, so make sure y'all stay tuned and check out us at NB Handyman Chronicles and for more information on plumbing issues and things like that. So don't forget, make sure to follow us.